Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another Hump Day Real Estate with Kendall in the DMV. And boy, I know it's been crazy hearing different things with the feds and the inflation and the rates and where things are going. But tonight, as always, we're going to talk to you folks who are thinking about buying or selling a home. And even if you're not thinking about buying or selling a home, you're in the right place. Why? Because you can share this information. And so tonight, what we're going to talk about is my buyer and seller guides. And we're going to go through some of it. And we're going to leave a link for anybody that you need to share the information with. They can all have access to this guide. So let's get going. So this is our fall edition of the buyer and seller guide. I think this one might be just the buyer. So let's see. So home buying fall edition 2023. And so what the table of contents shares is what's going on in the housing market right now. Top reasons to own your home. 2 questions to ask yourself if you're considering buying a home. The impact of changing mortgage rates. Home ownership helps protect you from inflation. Why home ownership wins in the long run. There's a lot of your silent generation and baby boomers can tell you about that. Ways to overcome affordability challenges in today's housing market. The importance of getting pre-approved. Things to avoid after applying for a mortgage. Tips for making your best offer on a home. Let's see, can we open this all the way? There we go. Get clarity on the housing market with help from real estate experts. And this is what I'm here for every Wednesday, to be your real estate expert of choice with any information that you need for real estate. And at any time you leave a comment and tell me what it is that you want me to discuss, or reach out to me for a face-to-face consultation. So what's going on in the housing market right now? So you're probably wondering what the latest housing market news means for your home buying plans this fall. Here are the 3 top things to remember. So folks, again, I'm sharing my home buyer's guide. With the link, you can also get the seller's guide as well. So this is the home buyers that we're going to go through a little bit. And then also with the link in the description, you can get access to both guides, share it with your folks. Anybody who's looking to buy a home now or in the future, this guide will help give a little information. So there aren't many homes available for sale right now. So again, I'm always on here giving updates on exactly what's going on. This guide helps tell some of the story, even in the fall of 2023. Housing inventory is measured by the number of available homes on the market. It's also measured by months supply, meaning the number of months it would take to sell all those available homes based on the current demand. In a balanced market, there's usually about 6 months supply. But today, we only have about half of that with the inventory, that's low. Higher competition is up, and that means many homes often receive multiple offers. Working with a professional can help you be more competitive in this kind of market. Folks, we're still having the same discussion, really, but we meet people where they are. There's still a demand because the housing shortage is still in effect. Even though you hear about the inflation and the higher interest rates, there's still homes being sold. This is, I'm gonna say it, and I've said it quite a few times. This is not 2007, 2008. Far from it, folks. We're far from it. The number one reason, or at least one of the reasons, is the Feds trying to figure out what to do as far as raising the interest rates again. Why? Because we still have we still have crazy spending, and so even though they may have reports that may say inflation has slowed up a bit, problem is consumer spending is at an all-time high for a bunch of different reasons. I was just looking at something not too long ago before I jumped on, and it was talking about this exact thing. And they basically were saying that people are spending, jobs are still, there's still jobs for people. There are a lot of part-time jobs for the 55 and older folks, so they don't have to go back to full-time, but with their retirement and or other situations, they can just work a part-time job and they still making ends meet. This is a new day, folks. And all of the what the person didn't say that I'm surprised, it's self-employed folks. Businesses all-time high. E-commerce. There's just there's ways to make money all across the board right now, and there's so many people with inheritance and real estate inheritance and all of that stuff. People that, I mean, this is these next 10 to 20 years or so, one of the biggest wealth transfer in history. So even though things are going up, people have money. They're getting access to money. They have real estate that they can sell. They have other things that they inherited that they can sell. They gain access to money and just create businesses, etc., which is making folks go out and spend money every day. There's nothing to slow down. They are actually, the Feds are actually what they're waiting for to again to stop with all of the boosting up the interest rate is for the job market to kind of fail, but it won't. They're looking for the unemployment claims to go up, but they're not. So, so either when people took PPP loans, they went out and they did what they supposed to do, or something is going on that has people and businesses creating and making more money that has things shook up right now, and we've never seen it before. So that's why interest rates and stuff are still going up, because Feds really don't know what to do. They don't want to, because if they, what happens is if they go up, that interest rate go up too high, they crash the market a little bit. And I don't think they want to crash the market. They just want to correct things. So this this is crazy time. Mortgage rate near 6% or 7% are the new normal. Mortgage rate more than doubled in 2022 calendar year. That's never happened before, and the rapid rise caused some buyers to delay their plans. But since last October, rates have settled a bit in roughly the 6 to 7% range. It's time to understand rates around 6% or 7% are the new normal. The rates we experienced a few years ago, like 3%, are now a thing of the past. Now, again, anybody purchased a home in in 1997, rates were around 8%. Anybody actually purchased a home around, I want to say, between 2012 and 2017, but pretty much somewhat, well, somewhere in between there. So a couple years in there, rates were hovering around 6%. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. So we had that period where rates were down to 2 and 3% for a long time, but 6% were kind of where we were hovering at prior to around before the recession. So that's 6%, 7%. If it stays, that's pretty much the norm. The only problem is home prices then went through the roof, and I don't think they're going to come back down. I think we're done with the housing crash per se as far as home prices, because we still see too many people out there still looking for homes. So this back up again. Home prices are going up again. If you're keeping up with the news, you might be uncertain about what's happening with home prices and worried if things will get worse. Well, no, the worst home price declines are behind us and prices are appreciating nationally. Look, I just got finished talking about that. I didn't even read this part yet. But it's important to know prices differ depending on where you live. Overall, low inventory and relatively strong buyer demands are going to keep up with pressure on prices. Now, this is from Doug Duncan, Senior Vice President of Chief Economist at Fannie Mae, says about home prices right now. He says housing prices continue to show stronger growth than what was previously expected. Housing performance is testimony to the strength of the demographic-related demand. So with prices going up, again, if you find a home that suits your needs, it's probably not the best idea to wait. I've been telling folks this for a while. You really can't wait. You really can't wait. So I'm not going to waste your time tonight. We're going to cut things a little short tonight, because if you're interested, you have a lot to read here, about 24 pages. Just in this buyer's guide. The seller's guide, again, when you click the link, you can choose which one you want and gain access and share the link or share a copy of what you have with some other folks. But folks, just something to think about, because I think there's still, with the media is probably giving off the wrong information. And this is why I made this show, because I want you to know exactly, I want you to know the truth about the housing market. We've spent so many years hearing the media make stuff up about this is factual data, factual information about home buying and home selling. Okay. And most of the data also we're going to give you, that's not national data. There's some national data and a lot of local information we give you. I go in sometimes and I share, what's going on in certain communities, so you see exactly what's going on. So folks, as always, I appreciate you for stopping by and joining in. If you feel up to it, if you feel like I've given you some value, please like on YouTube. If you would like to share, and of course, and the best thing you can do for me is subscribe, especially if you have some other people come subscribe and check out the information I'm bringing to you every Wednesday. And we're going to try to get some good folks in to give us some good information, especially some investors. I think right now, folks are not thinking about it, but now with the demand and with the baby boomers and the wealth transfer, biggest wealth transfer and all that stuff, this is, businesses are going to be for sale. real estate is going to be for sale. So if you're looking for an opportunity to step your game up, get some wealth going, in the next 10 to 20 years is the time. Because you got some good folks out there who created some good opportunities and have some good solid businesses going on. And you have some that don't have the greatest. But guess what happens? Those of us who solve a problem will help folks, and we make good money doing so. So I want you guys to think about that. This is the time, folks. This is the time to wake up and seize the opportunity that are out there. And there's a bunch of them. And real estate is one of them. And again, think about the businesses that are going to start come up for sale. So I want to thank you again. Another Hump Day Real Estate with Ken down in the DMV. And as always, peace, and I'll see you next week.